Shine from the Shadows, a behind-the-scenes look into examining and dispelling the myths of people with disabilities and how they demonstrate ways in which they can and do contribute to their community and the wider society.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our final show. It's just been a wonderful journey. We would like to acknowledge that this meeting is being held on Aboriginal land, and we recognise the strength, resilience and capacity of the Noongar people in this land. My name is Jill Larsen, and with Janet McArtner we are the co-directors of this show. The cast and crew, thank you for coming to Albany Light Opera and Theatre Company's Let's Shine Brightly. And it's sponsored by the City of Albany, Community Living Association and the Rotary Club of Albany City, where we were awarded the Van Eyck Trust grant, which was fabulous. Without their support, this production would not have been able to happen. This show is the 5th in the Let's Shine series, started by Janet in 1998, and a series of variety shows that have featured the hidden talents of Albany's people living with a disability, affectionately termed our guest stars. The original was in 1998 called Let's Shine, followed by Let's Shine Again in 2009, Let's Shine Forever in 2014, which won the City of Albany's Australia Day Event of the Year.
So what inspired you to create Let's Shine all those years ago?
It'd have to be my love of working with people with disabilities, because I have a brother with a disability. I knew nothing much different, but I work with people with disabilities as education assistant in schools and theatre.
Yeah.
And I mean, what more could I do to enjoy is to combine the two of those.
Yeah.
I have a similar thing with another group called Disabled Surfers, Great Southern, and I love the ocean, fishing, surfing, boating, so I have combined both of those as well.
Well, I'm actually only a guest at the moment because I'm in the process of moving to Perth. So normally I'm the director of it. I've directed 4 of these shows, and my name's Margaret Evans, of course, and I've directed with Janet the first 4, and because I was moving to Perth, I just said I wouldn't do this one. So I've been just helping do costumes when I'm in Albany. I just help with the costumes. I don't know, I think it was Janet that first said that she'd like to do something with the special needs. I think it's okay to say special needs. And then she said, would I help her? And I said, yeah, I'd love to. So that's, I think, how we got together.
So what would you say has been your greatest experience so far in the whole Let's Shine series?
Working with all the disability people and just seeing how much they get out of it and how much they can do when they really try.
Yeah.
And it's the joy of seeing them all having a lovely time.
Yeah. Have you worked with disability people very long, or?
Well, I used to work at after school and vacation care as the supervisor and a play leader, and I worked with quite a few. I had 3 or 4 that I worked with there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So have you just directed in Let's Shine, or have you had other roles in the shows as well?
I might have done some dancing in the first one. It's so long ago I can't remember. I have a memory like a sieve.
Yeah. Okay, so would you say it's fair to say that Let's Shine is probably one of the more special recurring shows that happen in a Lotco?
We've done a lot of shows, but I mean these are really good in the contents of who's in them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
so they're special in that respect. Yeah. We have had shows where we've had 1 or 2. We had John Maloney and can't think of some of the others. We had a few through in our choruses when we've done big shows and old time musicals. I did some old time musicals where we had some special needs in those too.
Oh, lovely. What would you say is the main selling point for this show for people to come buy tickets?
Well, it's a singing and dancing show, and you can always have a good laugh and a giggle, and it's just a thoroughly enjoyable show. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Connor. I'm the MC showman of the night. I'll be doing the greatest show with the full cast, and also Achy Breaky for our Western section, and a little bit of Queen as well. Little starring performances every now.
Nice. What's your favourite one you're doing performance wise?
Greatest Show. As soon as they told me they were doing Greatest Showman, I love that movie. So good. Such a good soundtrack. So yeah, Greatest Show, definitely.
And what's been the hardest to do, rehearsing?
Achy Breaky. It's the words were just, I couldn't get them stuck in my head at all.
And how does it feel to be a part of the show?
It's great. Yeah, I love how, as soon as they're like, hey, we're going to do it, let's show. Connie, you want to do it? I'm like, sure, yes. Right.
Nice.
I love the community here. It's good.
And what do you feel about the message behind it, with people with disabilities and them being able to perform and show their talent?
It's a great message. Anyone can do anything if they put their mind to it.
Awesome.
It's a wonderful, wonderful message.
Where do you see this production going in the future?
Well, hopefully onwards and upwards. Each time we try to do it, we try to make it even more exciting and entertaining. But certainly, I think it needs to keep going because it provides an opportunity for our guest stars to be upstage on lights with costume, makeup. I mean, it's so exciting for them, and to witness their delight is why I'm involved with this.
Yeah. Do you feel people living with disabilities have equal opportunities within the Albany Light Opera Company?
Absolutely. We encourage people to perform. We love people to audition to see if they're suitable for a part, just like any other member. And if at all possible, we would encourage people to have a go. It's the most important thing.
Would the company benefit from increased volunteer support to support inclusivity?
Absolutely. We try to encourage inclusivity in all aspects of helpers and so on. Theatres aren't always very safe places for people who are challenged physically, but we are trying to improve our facilities so that anybody can join and be a member and feel part of this wonderful organisation.
Definitely. What message do you hope is conveyed to the audience from Let's Shine Brightly?
That we all have different abilities and that everyone should be given a chance to shine on stage if that is the joy in their life. It certainly is the joy in mine.
Yeah. Okay, so what's been your greatest challenge so far as a director and directing this show? What's been your greatest obstacle?
Well, this is my first time as co-director and with Janet, and it's interesting when there are two of you. I mean, this is the second show, but this the first Let's Shine we've been involved in. So when you have two, not two bosses, but it's lots of communication, and sometimes Janet sends me very funny text messages that she's spoken into her phone. So that's my biggest challenge, is trying to work out what on earth Janet wanted me to do.
Yeah, that's it. A bit of a communication thing.
Absolutely.
Would you like to see Let's Shine as an ongoing, evolving showcase of talent?
Absolutely. And that's why we always start the planning off with a brainstorm, because, just what Janet and I might have in our heads is, our ideas. It's wonderful. We always start off and see what else other people have in mind.
Enjoying myself, just being up there, seeing their faces when I hit that high note. I say it feels wonderful because just being on stage and performing in front of everyone. I really want to do that in my life.
So would you say that performing's a passion that you have? It's a dream going forward in your life?
Yes, it is my dream of performing on stage and just show the world what I'm really made of, and be part of the wonderful community.
So how many Let's Shine shows have you done so far? Is this the first one you've done, or have you done more?
I've done 4.
4? Oh wow. So you would have been there from almost the beginning then, yeah?
I'd say yes, actually. Because I think the Let's Shine again, that's when I first discovered ABBA.
Yeah.
I was dancing with my friend of mine, and then someone saw me how wonderful I was, and they gave me the part
Oh wow.
doing ABBA. So I've done about 3 times in Let's Try Again, Let's Try Forever, Let's Try Together, but in Let's Try Brightly, I decided to do something new. And so I just went, what about the Great Showman? I started including other people, not just all disabilities, but some of them have Down syndrome and autism and all the other disabilities. But I say thank you to Janet and Jill, that it won't be a show without them all.
Yeah.
Really.
There was a time when I was young and all the kids said nasty words and they stung. Tried to make me believe they were true, and I had the mistake of giving them value. From there I didn't know where I belong. Now I know when I hear this song, light your world and fill your heart, make you stronger than you were at the start. Let your light shine through. You can do anything you want to. They tried to hold you back, but as hard as they tried, they couldn't. Let your light shine through. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will make me stronger. They can try and put me down, but I'll put up with them no longer. Let my light shine through. I can do anything I want to. They tried to hold me back, but as hard as they tried, they couldn't. Let my light shine through. Let our light shine through. We can do anything we want to. They tried to hold us back, but as hard as they tried, they couldn't. Let our light shine through. Let your light shine through. Let your light shine through. Let your light shine through.
Every person on this earth is different, and though some of us may look the same, on the inside, we are all our own individual. Some of us may need to do things differently. Some of us may need assistance. That doesn't make any of us less special. Celebrate the differences in all of us, because at the end of the day, we all have a light inside of us that shines.
Hello, my name is Bayden Redshaw. I'm 24 years old and I'm from Albany, Western Australia. When I was young, I'd probably say I was very outgoing, very theatrical. I've always been pretty theatrical throughout all my life. I've never really lost that spark. I'm 24 years old now, and when I was a young kid, there was something in me that always connected with the creativity of the arts and performance and storytelling. You know, When I was a young kid, I used to write stories, and I used to wish and hope to be as good as Stephen King, and I'd write these crazy stories as a young kid, and just experiment really with my mind and try and come up with different things, and it always carried throughout my life. It always stayed with me. And I guess it's an interesting thing because not every young kid out there wants to be in the creative arts, and especially in Australia, not every young kid wants to, pursue that kind of career path. But, for me, it was always an interest, and it stayed with me for a long time. By the time I moved back to Albany, I got involved in the creative arts a bit more seriously anyway. In terms of being involved in the community and actually doing things with the community. I always had the interest, and I always sort of watched from afar, and I didn't really ever get involved in, say, community type things, and I guess that was a big step for me because I'd struggled with a little bit of bullying as a younger kid in Busselton and different things like that, and I always sort of found it a bit hard to get involved with community work and things like that, and interacting with other people because it was difficult. It was a lot of crucial young years of my life of being social and things like that. I did struggle with those things, and so getting involved in community theatre and developing the social aspects, and even just developing my own personal creative side of it, and just acting and performing, singing, getting better at those things, it just helped me leaps and bounds. I was involved in a show called Jesus Christ Superstar. It was the first show I ever did. I was an apostle in that. I played Andrew the Apostle. We had an awesome cast. It was an amazing show. I got so many different connections from that show. I met a lot of young people that were interested in filmmaking. In that, we made a bunch of short films, and it was a really fun and interesting time in my life, and it was really critical to get me to where I'm at now, which is making a lot more, I'd say, more serious projects like the one you're watching right now. So shortly after doing all those projects, doing Jesus Christ Superstar, Hansel and Gretel, and a bunch of other shows, I started having some health problems, and they were quite significant and life-changing. It wasn't easy for me, and life had changed quite drastically. I started having these random health turns out of nowhere, and it was really different for me because I wasn't used to it, and I didn't know what was going on at the time. And to be fair, I don't think anyone knew what the hell was going on because I was a relatively healthy young man, and I was quite decently built and everything, and I never really felt like I had any problems in the world. I never really felt like I had anything to worry about. So out of nowhere having heart problems, and then having difficulty swallowing and different things like that, I needed to go through a bunch of tests, and there was a long time there where, I'd say 7 years in fact, where I was out of action, just not doing stage plays, nothing. I pretty much had to go in and out of hospital getting tests done, and then when I had tests done I'd need to try different medications for my heart stuff and different things like that. And so it was difficult because it was a new life for me to try and to adjust to, especially at a younger age. It's not something you wish for or hope for, but I felt it's made me the man that I am today, and I'd say it's taught me resilience, if anything. To put it simply, there were times where it was really difficult for me, and doctors were telling me that I could have died of sudden collapse. They told me, those kinds of things scared me because I thought, well, damn, I'm in the thick of it here, and I'm fighting for my life, and I didn't really do much. There wasn't much life for me anymore. I didn't get out, I didn't do things. I rested in bed a lot. I was very lethargic. I was very tired, beaten down. There was just so many things that worked against me in that time period, and it was so hard because I was such an energetic person. I was filled with a lot of life. I was filled with a lot of passion, And to see all that get stripped back and replaced, just the only way I can describe it is it was like being replaced with a defeated, beaten down, sickly, I don't know, it was a deathly feeling. It was a deathly feeling. That's the only way I can put it. And I had to deal with that. And there were 7 years where I couldn't even perform. I couldn't do the things that I loved. I couldn't be the person that I was for a long time. I felt like a shell of myself. And I had to fight to get that back. I had to fight so hard. Once I'd come out of hospital, there weren't really much answers, and I said, well, I can sit here and I can feel sorry for myself, or I can do something about it, and I can get to work on myself, and I can work hard to at least fight back for a bit of the life that I had. And then I started to just go really hard at doing the things, just the small things of life, you know, just getting out, doing small things. And slowly, even though sometimes I had to push myself really hard because I felt sick and I felt unwell, physically knocked, you know, I pushed myself. And me pushing myself, it slowly started to give me that life back. I started to feel more alive, you know, even though I wasn't feeling so great physically. I felt more alive and like things were coming back to me slowly. And so I started doing the things I loved again. I started going to the cinema again, something I hadn't done in years. I started, you know, getting involved in community theatre. I had offers actually, just out of the blue, at the right time. You know, I had an offer from Sandra Wilson, who was a lighting person at a Lockco, and she said, hey, do you want to film Beauty and the Beast? And I did that, and I said, all right, well, this is cool. I'm back filming. I'm doing the things I love. Wouldn't it be great if I got on that stage again and I did something? Wouldn't it be great if I got up there and I sung after 7 years of not doing a thing? And I did. I did it. Once I did that, I thought, oh, this is great. And Janet reached out to me about Let Shine, and she said, hey, you know, would you like to be in Let Shine? And I thought, yeah, why not? I'd love that, because at that time I'd been bitten by the performance bug, the theatre bug they call it, and just to be involved in it again was magnificent. And the fact that they had the faith in me that they did just to be involved, and then they asked me to do this documentary about the whole experience, and to do that, you know, for me that was my dream come true. I was filming again, I was acting again, I was singing again, I was doing everything I'd loved and been passionate about. I'd been given my life back, really. After struggling for so many years, I felt like I'd reached the top of the mountain and conquered all of my obstacles. And, you know, the one thing I want you guys to get out of this film is that regardless of the things you deal with in life, it doesn't matter what you have, it doesn't matter if you've got a disability, it doesn't matter if you've got anything wrong with you, it doesn't matter if you have a health condition, you know, life finds its way every time. It finds its way, and even when you can feel your most defeated, you can overcome everything you ever thought you wouldn't be able to. And that's the beauty of life, man. It finds its way. It finds its way, and it does amazing things. And I'd like to think I'm a testament to that, guys. So please, if there's anything you're going to take out of this film, I want you guys to be able to take out that you can be at the bottom of your barrel, right down there, and you can work your way up, step by step, and you can do the things you love, regardless of anything. And you can let your light shine brighter than it ever has, because you know what? We all have a light, and it doesn't matter how beaten down we might be or how dark we might feel. Light always prevails over darkness. It always does, guys. So keep that in mind, and remember to keep shining, because that's what this is all about. Letting your light shine through. Shine through the shadows.
Nisha.
Nisha, that is such a different name.
Yeah, it's knee as in your knee, then sha
Yeah.
at the end.
Or like Knee.
Yeah.
And Sha.
Okay, yeah, Nisha.
Wow, gee.
She loves giving me kisses, don't you? Hi, I'm Emily O'Brien, aka the one that's always up the front in the Let's Shine shows. Thanks. Ta-da, it's me.
Okay, you're backing up here.
Hello and welcome to whatever this is.
Keep going. Okay, right.
I think what inspires me most is seeing other people with disabilities doing what they love. For example, Sir Anthony Hopkins, who was in the Thor movies, shout out. Just watching him like on the screen as a performer, it's just amazing. And going, I want to be like him one day, and I am now, I guess. Well, I'm a triple threat in a way. I think probably acting mostly, because I like getting into like character and just being not myself in a way. Especially the first acting thing I did. Walking into it, all I thought was, I'm not gonna fit in. And like being accepted as an actress and doing everything in that and being like praised for doing what I love is just amazing. I felt like I didn't fit in. And all I thought to myself was, I'm never gonna fit in. And walking into the theatre and everyone just welcomed me with open arms, both literal and mental. I was like, whoa, I've never been included that much before. And it was just amazing being like, okay, I'm autistic and this is the best thing that's ever happened to me. I was bullied basically for something that I couldn't change about myself. And it was awful because, there was a friend that I had back in primary school and I trusted her with my life. And I didn't really found out I was autistic until Mum told me, which I still love you for. And I told her, and I thought, oh, she'd take this secret to the grave. Completely backfired. She told the entire school, and I was bullied every single day. And the worst of it was, I was called a retarded spastic behind my back every day during both primary and high school. People played with my feelings because they thought I was an it or a thing, not an actual person with feelings. And there was one person in high school who loved me for who I was. And that one person changed my life. And without that person, I wouldn't be here today, really. During my school life/time, there was probably 99% that hated my guts, and that 1% of people, mostly teachers, who wanted me to be me. And it was tough to be me. I basically bullied myself because I was afraid of confronting my autism in a way. But now I embrace it. I go, I'm autistic. I don't care. If you do care, then leave me alone. And I embrace it now, which is good. Going through the Let's Shine shows, it's definitely gotten my self-confidence up. Because getting up on stage, it's like, you have a disability, we don't care. Do what you love. And that is what helped me. The first one I ever did was in 2014. I was pooing my pants, not literally, but I was like, I don't want to do anything, like, no, like, leave me alone. And the first one I ever did, I was in a crab costume for Under the Sea. Can I grab the photo quickly? I've got the photo. There's that.
Oh wow, yeah, no, we can. Yeah, but that's very nice.
Yep, and this one. That was probably the most terrified I've ever been in my life.
That's great.
And also, it was probably the most I've laughed ever in my life. Because we had a bit of a, not wardrobe malfunction, but because that thing there was a nightmare. And so we're in the dressing room and getting dressed as you do. And my mum just goes, "Can you put this on?" As my socks. And I just look at her and I go, "I can't." And everyone just starts laughing their heads off. And my mum just dies inside and she goes, "Oh, jeez." Means everything. Getting up there and doing my family proud is definitely the thing that keeps me going. Especially my mum. She's been there through the ups and downs and in between. You're welcome.
I remember when we were trying to choreograph the Get Up for this year's, or last year's, the last Let's Shine.
Let's Shine Brightly.
Yeah. I remember trying to choreograph that with you, and I'm not a very good dancer, so that was kind of funny. I'm really happy for her. I mean, she's, you know, her dreams and goals and that she has is she wants to do a lot more of what she's doing. So, you know, I hope for her that that's what she can do. People embrace that, and so you never know.
Yeah, for
A few
sure.
years' time, this might actually be coming back to the cinema to actually see her in a film. What advice would I give her?
Well, I'm right here, so you might as well give it to you straight.
Follow your dreams. If that's what you want to do, follow them.
And don't
I'll be
worry.
there, and I'll be there to support you as much as I can.
I am young, but I'm growing. I am honest and I'm kind. I am family and a friend. I am. I'm not perfect, but someone told me that that's perfectly alright. I am beautiful and brave. I am. You see, there's so much more inside of me, and they say that dreams come true if you believe. I believe. I am smart, but I realize there's a whole lot left to learn. I am patient and I'm trusting.